Thanks for the kind and wonderful introduction, Carter. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us today for this technical webinar session. This is Subhashni. I work here at Synchfusion as one of the product manager. I have been working with web technologies and cooked up some tutorial videos for our Synchfusion products. Without any further delay, let's move on to the today's agenda. First, we will see how to build synchronized charts in React for trade analysis, and later on, we will see what all the new stuffs included in Blazor and Essential JS2 components for the last volume on 2023 release. Before we start making React charts, let's check out this demo. There are 4 charts and they are all synchronized to show tooltip, crosshair, and zooming functionalities working together across all these 4 charts. In today's webinar, we will explore the process of synchronizing 2 React charts and enabling tooltips and crosshairs. To get started, we will first create a React app, and before we begin, ensure that your machine has the latest Node.js and React versions installed. I have already prepared my machine for this journey, so I directly open the Visual Studio Code, and inside the terminal, execute npx create react app command to create our app, and let's call it as charts example. Additionally, I will add this command --template TypeScript to create React app with TypeScript framework. This might take few seconds to complete it, so let's wait for it. Alright, it's done. Now let's move on to the project folder and install the Synfusion React Charts package. Before we proceed, let's ensure whether everything is running smoothly by compiling the default application using the command npm start. See now, my React application has compiled successfully and is now open in the browser. Moving forward to this, let's install the Synfusion React Charts package by running the command npm install at synfusion /ej2 react charts -- save. Okay, now let's start to initialize the chart component. For that, I open the app.tsx file and remove the default code. As a first step, import the chart component from the Synfusion EJ2 React Charts package and initialize the component inside the app function. After this, I need to add the data to the chart, but before proceeding, let's check the default output of the chart. So, let me navigate to the output page, and here you can see the default chart output showing 2 axes x and y without displaying any data points. As I said before, next I am going to show you how to add the data points to the chart and display the chart in the line series. So, to add the line series chart, I need to import the line series module from the Synfusion React EJ2 charts package. Then, I need to inject them in the component. So, import the inject class and add the line series chart within it. To add the line series to the chart, I need to use the series collection in the chart component. So, I will import the series collection directive and series directive modules from the Synfusion EJ2 React Charts package and define these directives within the component. As you know, I'm going to use the line series chart. So I will set the chart type as line. Before proceeding to populate the data, let me explain you what type of data I'm going to use here. Here, I'm planning to bind trade analysis data here so that we can see the history of currency exchange rates. In this demo, I'm going to show you currency exchange rate for USD to Euro and USD to INR. To create a data, I will create a new file called financial data and populate the values to the fields USD, Euro and INR. After that, import this data from the financial data file and assign this data to the data source property and map the data source fields USD to Xname and Euro to Yname properties. Alright, we have successfully bound the data source to the chart, and as a next step, we need to customize the chart axis. So, I define the primary x-axis property and set the value type to date time because I have bound date values to the x-axis. Addition to this, I also set few of the customization properties like label format, major grid lines, and edge label placement properties with custom values. Along with this, I am planning to set minimum and maximum range for the x-axis. So, let me add two properties, minimum and maximum, with the values July 18th and January 18th respectively with custom intervals. To access the datetime module, it is necessary to import it from the Synchfusion EJ2 React Charts package and inject it into the component. Alright, x-axis customization is done. So now let's move on to the y-axis customization. Like x-axis, I'm going to set the minimum and maximum range for the y-axis with custom intervals. Addition to this, I'm going to customize the label format in the y-axis and set the width to 0 for major tick lines in the y-axis. Okay, we have completed the axis customization, and it is very important to name a chart. So you all know that we are showing the currency exchange rates for the countries US to Euro. So I will set the title as US to Euro. In the last output, you all noticed that the chart is occupied the entire width of the page. Suppose if I want to render them at the left side of the output page, then to position the chart at left side, I will add few division tags with class names to apply the custom styles for that position. To add styles for the positioning, I will open the app.css file and applied few CSS styles for the row and call classes. Look here, the line series of the chart is displayed at the left side of the output page with defined data points. As you all know, we are planning to render two charts in the output page. So, I'm going to replicate the same line series chart at right side of the output page but different data values. So, open the app.tsx file and duplicate the existing chart code. Then modify the data source Yname property to INR because in the second chart, we are going to show US to INR currency exchange rate values. In addition to this, I need to change the maximum, minimum, interval, and title property values in the second chart axis. Alright, we have completed adding two chart codes in the app.tsx file. So, I will navigate to the output page to show the output how the two charts is reflected in a page. See here, both the charts are displayed with the defined data source. Next, I'm going to show you how to make the charts interactive. You all know that we can make the charts interactive with different features, but here I'm going to take two features. One is tooltip and another is crosshair. So, to enable the tooltip, first I need to add the property tooltip and enable it by setting the enable property to true. Then I will also set the shared property to true, and I need to show the tooltip text without the header. So I set the header property as empty. Here, I'm going to customize the tooltip text with values and years. So I will add format property and set the appropriate HTML content to it. As a next step, just to copy the tooltip code from the first chart and paste it into the other chart. Finally, I will import the tooltip module and inject it into the component. When you hover the data points in the chart, the tooltip will be shown in these charts. Next, let's enable the crosshair for these charts. For that, I need to set the enable property to true within the crosshair property, and I will set the line type as vertical to display vertical crosshair in the chart. Like tooltip, we also need to add crosshair code into the second chart also to show both the charts with crosshair and tooltip features. At last, it is necessary to import the crosshair module from Syncfusion EJ2 React Charts package and inject it into the component. Look at these charts. Only a vertical crosshair line is shown and the tooltip also shown in both the charts. Currently, when I hover the data point, the tooltip and crosshair in each charts are displayed separately. Suppose if I want to synchronize these features between both charts, then I will utilize two events called chart mouse move and chart mouse leave. These events will be triggered when the mouse moves over or leaves the chart area respectively. These events will be triggered when a mouse moves over or leaves the chart area respectively. When cursor moves over the chart area, the corresponding event triggers, while moving it outside triggers the mouse leave event. By using these events, I will synchronize the tooltip and crosshair functionality between both charts. And this way, hovering over one chart will display the tooltip and crosshair in the other chart. To achieve this, I first need to add an event, chart mouse move, and chart mouse leave with appropriate event handler. Then, I need to create an instance for the chart component. Then, I need to create an instance for the second chart component because when you hover the first chart data point, then the second chart tooltip and crosshair should be synchronized with the first chart. And add the reference to the chart component using the ref attribute. Here, to show the tooltip and crosshair in the other chart, I need to make use of two methods. One is show tooltip and other is show crosshair. So, as a next step, I'm going to define the event handler for the chart mouse move and call the method show tooltip and crosshair methods using the chart2 instance. After this, it is also necessary to hide the tooltip and crosshair once you move out of the chart area. So, I define the chart mouse leave event handler and call the methods hide tooltip and hide crosshair using the chart2 instance. Alright, now we have synchronized. first chart with the second chart. So, when I hover the mouse to the first chart, you can see the second chart displays the tooltip and crosshair. However, this synchronization doesn't work vice versa because we haven't handled this scenario in the second chart. To overcome this, I will duplicate the code related to the chart mouse move and chart mouse leave and placing it inside the app function by changing the instance chart2 to chart1 and changing the event handler method names. See here, when I move the mouse over the first chart, the second chart shows the tooltip and crosshair and vice versa. Like crosshair and tooltip, you can synchronize other features in charts like zooming, legends, selection, and more. Okay, that's all about synchronizing the React charts. If you have any questions about this topic, feel free to drop them in the comments below. And now let's move on to the new updates introduced in the Blazor and EJ2 components. In the Blazor platform, we have officially moved the PDF viewer component from preview to production ready state. Then, Data Grid component now includes an infinite scrolling feature so that it loads buffering data when scroll bar reaches the end of the scroller. By including this infinite scrolling feature, you can improve the grid performance. Additionally, we have also introduced a new adapter called GraphQL, allowing easy data fetching and manipulation using the adapter. Look at this demo. You can easily manage dates and times on mobile devices with a full screen interface in components like date picker, time picker, date time picker, and date range picker. And the next update in the Blazor platform is related to the maps. You can see the map. It is easy to draw and display the custom polygon shapes over the map layer. And the last update for the Blazor platform in the Blazor platform is stock chart, stock chart tooltip position. So, using your mouse, you can change the tooltip position around the stock chart area. In Blazor and EJ2 platforms, we have introduced image annotation, resizing capabilities, and frame support for the image editor to enhance the image editing. Look here, the another important cool feature in the Blazor and EJ2 scheduler component is on-demand loading so that you can fetch events and additional data as required during the scrolling action. Due to this feature, you can improve the scheduler's performance. That's all about the Blazor updates. Now let's move on to the EJ2 updates. In EJ2 Gantt chart, using the on-demand loading feature, you can load data for current view and fetch the record during the scrolling action so that a bulk of data can be managed easily. Then, another cool feature in the EJ2 dropdowns is a virtualization scrolling. Using the virtual scrolling, you can load large amount of data and while scrolling the list, it will be loading one after the other. The last and final update for the release volume is EJ2 charts has cylindrical chart type and synchronized chart, which we have saw the implementation in live. So cylindrical chart is used to display data in column and bar chart. Additionally, look at this stock chart. It is possible to display business days alone using the datetime category access, which is a new support added to the stock chart in EJ2 platform. Okay, that's all about the today's webinar. If you have any questions, you can feel free to ask it.